hello there. Let's keep your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online or on TV, hop on and join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day. So we have another great show in store for everyone. So it is a bit of a gloomy day. We're expecting it to be cloudy, a bit sunny.
Is it going to be rainy all throughout the day?
Well, it
sunny,
might be.
medyo maulan
It
sa
might
labas.
be. Yeah, no, it'll come and go.
Yung window natin.
It'll come and go. It'll come and go. But of course, it's going to be one of those weeks here where it might be a bit gloomy. You're going to find out later on because of weather issue. Ayun!
Ayan, there, mas match.
It becomes a bit sunny
yes.
and of course rainy. We're gonna experience a bit of that. We'll explain to you why later on Weather HQ, wherein there are a lot of weather systems and of course weather disturbance happening over in Mindanao. You'll find out more about that later. But not only that, and normally we talk about yung kotse natin in the middle of the rain, middle of floods. But you know what? We're gonna have a bit of something like that in just a bit as well.
A bit of a controversial topic, if you think about it. So for Sup Bro, we got Sup Bro later with Top Gear EIC Dinzo Tabamo. And we are going to be talking about the real deal behind the Discaya luxury cars auction.
Grabe. I remember going through social media and just seeing their content. And then they were going through yung odometer ng mga ibang kotse, the state of the cars. And
they were rarely used.
Some of them were rarely used.
Rarely used.
Pero medyo mataas nga yung floor price of that auction in particular. Not all the cars were sold. So we're gonna hear more about that later on. Of course, the status of those cars.
Hindi na benta yung Rolls Royce with
Royce.
the payong.
With the payong. But you know what? We'll hear more about that later on. Baka nabenta yung payong lang. I don't know. We'll see. But of course, apart from that, we have our very favorite Coach V coming on for Love Hacks.
Yes. Our favorite question and answer edition of Love Hacks happening later on. So as early as now, send us your questions for Coach V, for our guest, for Sup Bro later on if you want to ask about the Discaya luxury cars. Kung gusto nyo bilhin yung next, kasi may next auction, I believe.
With a lower floor price.
So if you guys are interested to join that auction, go ahead and send us your messages. Send us your messages. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. BNCPHL, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. I always check those comment sections. So go ahead and let us know what you're thinking today. We want to be part of your day, so please do join us for the next hour and a half. We got a jam-packed show as always. And before we get to our headlines, we always check the situation in major roads
at
this hour. Here's a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side of your screens, there you go. We're seeing vehicles heading to Pasay City, already looking very, very busy. Bumper-to-bumper situation on that stretch. On the opposite lane, right side are vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. No problem yet as of this hour. Now, here is what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. Left side of your screens, we're seeing vehicles heading to Quiapo, moderate to heavy traffic on that lane. Opposite side, same situation. Right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Quezon Memorial Circle. Moderate traffic on that area. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Tuesday. So vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, here is our fuel price update for the week. Oil firms have announced a mixed price movement, with the price of gasoline dropping by 20 centavos per liter, while diesel goes up by 60 centavos per liter, and kerosene taking a steep increase of 1 peso and 30 centavos per liter. Industry sources attribute the price hikes to sanctions against Russia, Iran, Venezuela, and heightened geopolitical risks. Now, on to our top stories for this morning. Not happening. That is the answer of Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla on the request for house arrest of resigned Congressman Zaldico. Co's lawyer, attorney Roy Rondain, previously said that house arrest was one of the conditions for his client to return to the Philippines. However, on BNC's On Point, Remulla insisted that with the gravity of Co's charges, it should not be given to a, quote, criminal, liar, and thief.
How can in good conscience can we even apply for house arrest for him if in its entirety he seems to have stolen billions and billions and maybe $1 billion or more than $1 billion from the Filipino people? Tapos lalagyan mo ng house arrest? Doon siya titira sa Baguio? Sa Pines Club ba yan? Yung magandang bahay niya ron? Doon siya titira? Doon siya titira sa Valle Verde 6? Pagkatapos magnakaw? Eh, nagnanakaw sa convenience store ng deodorant, kinukulong na yan sa payatas. Eh, ito pa. Diba? Billion ang ninakaw, bibigyan mo ng house arrest. Parang mali yata yun.
Remulla adds that based on the findings of the ICI, more than 1,100 individuals will be charged in conjunction with the flood control scandal. I was able to listen to an interview with Senate President Pro Tempore Panfilo Lacson. See, I had to get that complete. That pwede pa actually tumaas yung number na yon from 1,100 to a higher number as the investigations continue. But we were talking about this yesterday about Zaldico, right? And one of the reasons why he refuses to come back to the Philippines is because his life daw is in danger.
Yeah.
So we were able to talk to the director of NBI and sinabi na we can provide security for Zaldico. Meron namang measures ang NBI, ang government to protect him kung babalik siya. But house arrest, that is a totally different topic altogether.
Yeah, we are at a point wherein it feels like Representative Zaldico is trying to ensure or at least trying to make sure that his safety is the key reason why he is staying away from the Philippines.
Yes.
It feels like trying to develop yung sympathy na yun. Of course, when we look at the possibilities and yung potential, naintindihan naman natin kung bakit kasi maraming galit sa kanya.
Yeah.
But at
and
the same
marami
time,
siyang alam.
True.
Right?
And marami siyang alam.
With the videos that he's been releasing,
his allegations have been damning.
Yes.
But either way, it needs to be investigated and can only be done, at least properly, dito sa Pilipinas. And the house arrest, you're right, that is something that, at least from the opinion of Secretary Remulla, not going to happen. So, we're going to have to move on from there because the Senate Blue Ribbon will end its flood control hearings now that cases against implicated officials are now rolling. Committee Vice Chair Erwin Tulfo said it is possible that only one hearing is left before the year ends, after which they will release the initial committee report to be submitted to the ICI.
Initial committee report lang po muna hanggang di po lumalabas yung kanilang mga warrant. Otherwise, baka pag nagbigay kami ng full committee report, papakawalan ho namin yan. Baka hindi na po natin makita yung mga yan. Kailangan ho, pero ilan sa kanila, sampa na po ng kaso. I think si Mr. Discaya pa lang, hindi pa po nasampan.
Several personalities are now in custody of the Senate. They will be transferred to the hands of authorities once arrest warrants are filed. Okay, so we are now entering the part, it feels like an end of an era, na matatapos yung Blue Ribbon Committee hearings on the flood control scandals. But it does not necessarily mean that this whole saga is ending.
Because the investigations continue and also the cases are going to be filed. We have to remember na itong kaso now, yung nilabas na arrest warrants for Zaldico and his cohorts, this is just one particular case.
Yes.
Hindi pa ito yung like the whole picture. Parang Mindoro to Oriental Mindoro if I'm not mistaken. But you know what? Si Senator Panfilo Lacson is saying a different thing. I know that our report was matatapos na.
Yes.
But Senator Lacson says that magpapatuloy yung Blue Ribbon Committee hearings. He just clarified na the upcoming hearings would exclude yung mga areas that are included dun sa cases that are filed filed in court pero hindi pa tapos. Kasi meron pang hindi natatouch like yung sa Davao Occidental, Region 8, may mga cases pa na kailangang imbestigahan at kailangang pag-usapan. So magpapatuloy pa yung Blue Ribbon hearings and sinabi niya na what do you call this, hindi pa sure kung ilan pa ang magiging hearings, but looking at his what do you call this, his statement, parang medyo marami-rami pa to. But right now the Senate is focusing on the budget hearings, so after that then they resume yung Blue Ribbon Committee hearings.
Of course, and again, this is coming from the statement of Committee Vice Chair Erwin Tulfo, and that's a reason why there might have been miscommunication or rather lost in translation when it comes to the finality of yung mga hearings na to. Because yes, you're right, there are more regions and
Marami
actually
pa eh.
more government departments to look at.
And also,
hindi pa tapos
Senator,
yung agriculture, hindi pa tapos yung
yes,
education.
other
There's so
sectors
much
pa.
other sectors to look at when it comes to this. So we're going to see how that develops. But then of course, apart from that, still on the flood control, we still have something else to discuss.
Still on Zaldico, as the former Ako Bicol party list representative released more revelations on the flood control scandal. In his latest video, Ko says that he was required to deliver 2 billion pesos per month to former House Speaker Martin Romualdez, and denying the allegation that he received 21 billion pesos in flood control kickbacks.
Hindi po totoo yun. Wala akong natanggap na ganyang halaga. Ang totoo, mula 2022 hanggang 2025, ang kabuuang pera na dumaan sa akin para ibigay kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at kay dating Speaker Martin Romualdez ay umabot sa 56 billion pesos at hiwalay pa dyan ang 100 billion pesos insertion ng Pangulo sa 2025 budget.
Ko adds that he personally delivered 1 billion pesos to DOJ Undersecretary Jojo Cadiz, who was acting as PBBM's bagman.
At dahil laging napapagalitan si Speaker Martin ng Pangulo mula Setyembre hanggang November, inutusan niya ako na mag-deliver ng 1 billion pesos para kay BBM.
You know this these videos, para siyang ano, no, para siyang Netflix. So there's episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and that is the reason why habang tumatagal mas lalong parang hindi ka panipaniwala these allegations, because people are saying na if you know something, if you believe that you know, meron kang gustong ilabas na katotohanan, then just do it in one go.
You know, this is the reason why, personally, I would prefer that Representative Ko was back in the Philippines for the investigation. Simply because it feels like we are just listening to the statements without seeing any real evidence to back it up at the same time, as well as it feels like your word versus my word at this point in time. You compare that to what we saw in the past, where it was very visual. When we take a look at the previous statements made in the other investigations, when you take a look at the amount of maletas allegedly, the locations, the addresses, this one feels very general and not very specific in many ways. In some ways, right? So again, the investigation, if it were more detailed and if you were here, I think would benefit everyone, to be quite frank.
This was asked nga during the press briefing yesterday with President Marcos Jr. He was asked kung anong reaction niya dun sa nilabas na statement ni Zaldico, and he said na, you know, anyone can post anything online, fake news, diba? So it really is best kung sa tingin mo na meron kang gustong ilabas na katotohanan na ito talaga yung nangyari, come home and then make these statements under oath, diba? And let the court handle this situation.
Let the due process run its course.
That's right.
And of course, speaking of President Bongbong Marcos Jr., President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has answered his sister, Senator Amy Marcos's allegation of his illegal use of drugs.
For a while now, we've been very worried about my sister. When I say we, I'm talking about friends and family. And the reason that is because the lady that you see talking on TV is not my sister.
PBBM says he did not want to address family issues publicly, with his last comment on Amy being, "I hope she feels better soon." Senator Amy Marcos was quick to respond to her brother's statement, posting on social media challenging PBBM to prove her wrong.
All right, here we go with our first cup of tea. Miss Universe 2025 fourth runner-up Olivia Yasse of Cote d'Ivoire has renounced her Miss Universe title. In a statement, Yasse said she must remain firmly anchored in her values, guiding principles. She added she wanted to be a role model for the new generation to push their limits and proudly embrace their identity. Olivia used the hashtag It's Time for Africa in her post online. This comes shortly after the controversial coronation night where she was hailed fourth runner-up. I remember the very disappointed look on her face when she was announced as fourth runner-up. Talagang kita mo sa mukha niya na she was not expecting that to happen at all. And I was
Di lang
seeing...
siya.
And actually, hindi lang siya. I think the whole world. Pero alam mo, I saw this video where when they announced that third runner-up si Miss Philippines, makikita mo yung contestants, the other ladies at the back, they were so shocked. Talagang yung, and then nagtitingin na sila, nagbubulugan na sila. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Miss Universe conspiracy theories are my favorite conspiracy theories. I call them conspiracy theories only because...
Has there ever been something as
Unsubstantiated.
big as this in the Miss Universe
yung kay
history?
Pia.
Oh yeah, that was actually funny.
That was probably the biggest kerfuffle.
And because he made a mistake, which he corrected on the spot. Ito kasi parang meron mga behind-the-scenes stories, people conniving,
I
people
think
having
people-
business deals with each
I
other.
think people forgot what happened right after Steve Harvey made the mistake wherein they had to take the crown away.
I know.
And then nag-split yung contestants between Pia and then the
Yeah,
one
that
that she
was hard.
like it was
And-
people forgot how dramatic that was.
And then you kind of feel bad for the other girl, diba?
Yeah.
Kasi parang, oh man,
No,
for the crown to be taken off your head, and you were just so happy about it.
There's
Ready
just-
ka nang umiyak.
Well, umiyak din naman siya right after. But it is just so dramatic, and it is incredible just how much research has been done by our netizens all over the world on yung mga
Yeah.
reaction ng iba't ibang tao.
Yeah. But I was not expecting this for her to renounce her title. But she has so many things going on for her, Olivia Yasse, and she will continue doing the good work that she is doing even without that crown. I mean, without the title. Fourth runner-up.
Yeah, she'll be trying to do the good for that, but of course we have to discuss something for good.
For good, yes. Second cup of tea. Oy, napanood ko na finally. The man who grabbed Ariana Grande at the Asian premiere of Wicked for Good has been deported for good from Singapore. After completing a 9-day jail term, self-proclaimed stage invader Johnson Wen, aka Pajama Man, has been deported to Australia and is banned from returning.
For good.
For Good. Wicked for Good was released last week, earning a staggering $226 million worldwide in its first weekend.
For good.
If you have not seen it, you should.
Yes, you should. It's a great show. I enjoyed it. I believe that some people, I like the fact that some people are debating, oh, was the first one better? Was the second one better? And I like that
Yeah.
there's a debate because normally, kapag sa mga musicals, they always say, or typically, it is the second act is not as good as the first. Normally, that's how it typically works
Yeah.
out. But people are arguing that this second movie, despite the added music, or with added music rather, of Steven Schwartz, for this movie specifically, really works.
have been seeing mixed reviews nga. They were saying that the second movie is a bit lackluster compared to the first. I wanted to see it first before, agreeing or disagreeing with these mixed reviews. And I actually liked it. I don't feel that it was lackluster in any way. And well, you should watch it.
Yeah, no, you should watch
I don't
it.
want to say anything na mamamaya, spoiler na naman ako.
Yeah.
And then aasarin mo na naman ako na ako si Miss Spoiler.
No, because totoo naman you are. But again, like we all know, it is based on A Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So we kind of already know what happens. Or you should, because the movie came out in the 1930s.
Yes, if you've seen yung Wizard of Oz, if you've seen the musical,
Wizard
the
of
theater,
Oz.
you already know what's going to happen. But if you have not seen yung musical and you have not read Wizard of Oz and you watch this movie, okay pa rin siya.
To see the wizard? Yes, we are. Anyway.
And that's our tea for this morning.
We gotta move on because up next, the controversial Discaya couple's luxury cars just hit the auction block. Now, from specs to market value, Dinzo Tabamo, the editor-in-chief of Top Gear Philippines, reveals the real deal behind these vehicles. What does this say about the Philippine automotive market? Wow, I am tripping all over the place. Stay tuned as Beautiful Day returns after a break. Welcome back to Watching Beautiful Day. Now, nabili na ba yung mga payong ng mga Discaya? That's a big question a lot of people were asking after the last auction. Because last Thursday, November 20, the Bureau of Customs held a public auction of the Discaya couple's seized luxury cars. 3 units were sold, while 4 went unsold. Now, what factors drove these results? Breaking it all down for us today is Dinzo Tabamo, the editor-in-chief of Top Gear PH, right here on Supro. Beautiful day, Dinzo. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for spending the time and waking up this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Sir Dinzo, let's start off first with what we did see. So there are 7 luxury cars that were put on auction. Again, these cars have been made infamous by where they came from. You had the chance to actually see these vehicles, yung condition ng mga vehicles ito prior to the auction, including yung mga floor prices nila. And what was your overall reaction seeing all of these vehicles up close in terms of condition nila and of course whether or not it's well maintained and fit for the price that it was going for?
They were on the open parking lot of the customs, so may alikabok lang ng konti, which is expected. But very low mileage, all of the cars, couple of thousand sila. And then good condition, very good condition naman. They were there for a couple of weeks lang after they were surrendered voluntarily by the Discaya couple sa the customs. So overall they're in good condition.
And they said din naman dun sa, you remember when they had that interview where the cars were featured, they were pointing na, hindi nga namin nagagamit yan. So talagang ano siya, very low mileage. Now, 3 out of the 7 Discaya luxury cars were sold. Let's take a closer look at these units and let's examine their real market values. First up, the successful bid of the 2022 Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG. Now, this G63 jumped 1.5 million pesos above the floor. What explains that premium, sir?
They found their natural equilibrium in the market. So this is basically what they're going for. in the market. Brand new, they don't always state price the Mercedes-Benz Philippines, pero brand new. Siguro mga 20.
Brand
Okay.
new is around 20. So you
20. If it varies, if you just change the color of this car to something unique, it will add mga 500,000 pesos eh. So, at this level of automobile, nagba-vary talaga yung price. Pero this is just right for for its market price.
Yeah, you know, it's really interesting because you mentioned that this price is just right before the market price. And we were watching some of yung content po ninyo as a Top Gear PH. And a few of you were surprised with the high floor prices of some of the vehicles that were present there. Why would you say that it was a bit of a shocker, some of the prices? Because one of the things that actually raised a few eyebrows was the 2019 G500 Brabus that jumped from 7.8 million to 15.5 million. Okay, that's almost double the floor. And you know, there was also content that you made complaining about the floor prices being too high. So when we talk about mga floor prices nito, what comes into mind? And of course, how can we make sense of all of this?
Okay. It was the first time we've dealt with the Bureau of Customs. They just sent us a Viber na please come and see the cars. And then apparently they have their own computations for the floor price, which I'm also not too familiar with. The Brabus is unique in that the floor price was quite low compared to what it goes for in the market. First of all, Brabus is not officially sold here. Brabus is like another brand eh. Brabus is a brand above Mercedes. They get Mercedes cars and then they configure them, they modify them, they make them even more luxurious. And then they have their own badge. Kung titignan mo yung Discaya cars, iba yung logo niya, it's a B, not the star logo of Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
So, ang sabi sa akin ng mga luxury car dealers, they're supposed to go around mga 17. So, at this price, medyo it was a slight bargain. I don't know if you can use the term in this stratosphere.
Yeah.
Pero yung nga nagulat kami, ang baba ng floor niya. But again, we're not too privy about how the customs computes their floor price
So, what are the key things to check in a Brabus of this age?
Of course, you check the body.
Yeah.
Kasi sa level ng mga Mercedes and luxury cars, mas mahal sila i-maintain. Their paint is different, ganon. Their suspension parts are different. Pero like with any used car, you just check the basics, engine, the suspension, the tires. But again, to your point, very rarely used sila slightly used. So they should be okay.
Yeah.
They should be okay.
Right. Sir, let's move on to the Lincoln Navigator L, which was unfortunately for in terms of entertainment value, this was probably the least interesting one considering the increase is only 70,000. Again, is this a good reflection of the actual price of what you would normally get a used car from? Again, 2021 Lincoln Navigator L. It is still a luxury vehicle, but only very little interest shown in this one.
Siguro a bit of background lang for the viewers who don't know what the Lincoln is. Lincoln is the luxury brand of Ford. We do not have this in the Philippines officially. So this is basically the Ford Expedition. Na they put a different some different body parts. Mas luxurious ganon. So it's about right naman for its market price. The interesting thing about the Lincoln is it was in the middle of being bulletproof.
Oh, really?
If you look at the inside, may mga parts na hindi pa naibalik in the middle of being installed. So they when it was surrendered, it was in the process of being bulletproof.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what that does to the price also. Kasi parang weird yun eh. Hindi pa tapos eh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Were the other
Um,
cars bulletproofed also?
No. No. This was the only one that was being bulletproof. And yeah.
Sir,
According
when
to the customs.
take a look at, you mentioned Brabus not being sold here in the Philippines. You also mentioned
Yeah.
Lincoln not as well. Is that one of the bigger draws of this entire auction, that you're actually going to be able to get vehicles that you normally couldn't here in the Philippines on a cheaper scale? Or is it one of those things wherein that it's just an opportunity that luxury car collectors would try to jump on?
The luxury car buyer is quite fickle.
Yeah.
They don't think like we do eh. Kasi a normal motorist would want something reliable with easy access to parts, right?
Mhm.
That's why the top brands are Japanese sa atin eh. Kasi if you need parts for Toyota, easily available. Now, if you buy a Lincoln or a Brabus, medyo mahirapan ka sa parts. You can't go to Mercedes and get a replacement part, or you can't go to Ford. They will not stock the parts, maybe not all, for the Lincoln kasi it's also a Ford Expedition. Pero ang appeal niyan, special ka. Like when you arrive in your Lincoln, wala kang kapareho. And that is value to certain people.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of these cars eh, na parang when you arrive in your Rolls Royce, it's very unlikely na you'll see may kapareho. When you arrive in your Brabus, there are several in the Philippines, quite a few, but konti lang. So I guess to the previous owners, that's the draw to them na it's special and it's status.
Yeah.
Although I have to say this is also unusual. Siguro you guys also deal with Bilyonarios. They don't buy these cars eh.
Yeah.
They want discreet eh. They buy Lexus, Land Cruisers, yung mga luxury but
Silent
in.
luxury, kumbaga.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quiet luxury, silent luxury. It's a different mindset to buy. Look at the Brabus. It's actually so tall. It's called they call it the 4x4 squared actually. Kasi ang taas ng suspension niya, it's higher than the other Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Mahal yun. That suspension is expensive. Popular yan sa Middle East. Pinapantalo nila sa mga sand dunes, gano'n.
Yeah.
Oo eh. So, the collection is kind of built to show off. Yun ang pansin ko.
So, well, we say that it's built to show off, and actually the vehicles that were not sold, focusing on the two Toyotas first, are relatively common. Ito yung Toyota Sequoia and Toyota Tundra. In fact, they did not get a single bid. That's also the same for the Rolls-Royce and the Bentley. And the Rolls-Royce is the infamous Rolls-Royce with the payong. I believe the
Yes.
payong is included in the
Oo naman,
car.
kailan include mo yun? They're buying that for the payong. That's what the Discaya said.
When
They were attracted by the
Oo nga eh.
payong.
No,
Oh.
but Sir Dinzo, are you surprised that there was not a single bid for these four in particular? Are there different reasons why there are no bids also for these four?
Actually, these two Toyotas are not available here also. The Toyota Sequoia and the Tundra are made in the US for the US.
Okay.
The Toyota Sequoia is their SUV. It's bigger than the Land Cruiser, but not more expensive. Mas affordable siya actually than the Land Cruiser eh. The Land Cruiser is more complicated. It's a better four-wheel drive system. Not sure why they didn't sell. But the price looks okay. Although feeling ko there might be better bargains in the used market for for what they're going for. Now, the rolls, I think it's just simply too expensive. Even for those who can, they'd rather not. I mean, ang brand new price ng Rolls Royce is maybe 50. Again, with at this level, you change something, mag-iiba agad yung presyo eh. And a lot of Rolls Royce are bespoke.
Yeah.
You can when you buy them, you can specify the leather, the color, the accessories you want.
Yeah.
I think it's just mahal. I mean, una-una, very few Filipinos can buy 45 million, a 45 million SUV. And those who can, even fewer would. Kasi, I don't know, it's just not that practical. It fits a certain mindset, but it's just not that practical. You can, ilang Land Cruiser na yan, di ba? You can buy a fleet for 45 million. And a lot of billionaires are practical.
Yeah. But even from a collector standpoint, sir, it does not hold that much value, yung 45.3.
Car collecting is different.
Yeah.
Very, very few cars appreciate. Almost none. I mean, it's not like watches where they hold value and sometimes appreciate. Ang luxury cars, no. The moment you step out of the dealer, nag-depreciate na yan. The moment it's been bought by someone, it's considered used, right?
Yeah.
Hindi na siya first owner. But they depreciate na yan. Even more so with luxury cars. They take a big hit. Mercedes, BMW, because mas mahal sila i-maintain.
Okay.
Their maintenance is not like Toyotas, Mitsubishis, and Hondas. Their parts are more expensive. They need special tools. They need special equipment, special training. The training to handle them is different. So they depreciate. So yeah, none of these cars will appreciate. Safe to say.
Sir Dinzo, with 2 European and 2 Japanese vehicles unsold, what does this tell us about the Philippine market?
The Europeans, mahal lang talaga. Again, even the more affordable Bentley Bentayga, Bentley's luxury SUV, 17 million a lot for a car. Tapos, it's loud. So again, going back to my point, many billionaires, as far as I understand, don't like loud. The Toyotas, I guess, again, these two are not available in the market eh. So, wala silang brand new price here.
Yeah.
There's no brand new price to depreciate from. But, ang theory ko, there are better alternatives in the used market, maybe. Kasi 2 and 3 years old na yan eh.
Yeah.
So if you look at FB Marketplace, you can see 2024 na Sequoias eh, ganun eh. It's being sold here eh. And maybe may hesitation kasi the Sequoia and the Thunder are not sold here. Toyota Motor Philippines does not have their parts.
Right.
Kung may mabangga dyan,
Mahirap.
you order from the US and it's not even a guarantee na your Toyota dealer can work on it. Kasi their technicians are not trained on it eh. Whenever a new car is brought here, whenever there's a new Toyota here, there's ita-train yung buong technician nationwide. And they will bring in parts for it. If this is not sold here, they will not. There's no point eh. I mean that costs eh. And konti lang yan. I'm sure you guys barely see any on the road.
Yeah.
Konti lang yan. Kasi may Land Cruiser naman eh. I mean, di ba? This is, siguro, that's one more reason. This is 7 million. A brand new Land Cruiser is 5.7. So, and it's more luxurious. It's better built actually. Kasi mas mahal yung caliber ng Land Cruiser. So, bibili ka ng 7 million na used Toyota na maluwang or 5.7 Land Cruiser na may warranty. Right? May warranty with Toyota, may parts, may support. So, I guess that's what played into this. Yun ang theory ko.
Well, the BOC is also planning a second wave of auction for these
Yes.
4 unsold vehicles, and I believe the floor price will be lowered even further. Will that actually encourage more people to bid? Because again, no bids for the initial for the last 4. There's also the fact that when you look, based on what you're telling us, the sellers, or rather the buyers, are more practical more than anything.
Yeah.
Compared to siguro what some people are thinking, like, oh, I want to own a car that was part of the whole Discaya experience.
Para may history.
Oh, na may history.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't feel like that's attached to the value at all. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, that's a good point. Some cars appreciate based on the owner. Like an extreme example, John Lennon's Rolls Royce. Syempre, when it's attached to someone like that, or a celebrity, di ba? Or especially if that car is like I said, Rolls Royce are usually bespoke. If the car is bespoke to the owner, and sikat yun, and may positive aura around that former owner, it may appreciate because of the association. But in this case, I doubt it. I mean, di ba? Parang I'm not sure if that's a claim to fame and that you own one of the one of the Discaya collection.
Pero yung isang bumili, right? When they were asked, I believe I read an article na the reason why kinuha yung isa sasakyan is because of the history of the vehicle.
Yeah,
Diba?
it could play a part on it, but based on what we saw, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, Sir Deans, when we look at the price that some of the vehicles were actually sold from, they were actually within a practical range.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, let's say if we attach history to it. Normally, as you mentioned, I can't believe we're comparing John Lennon's Rolls Royce to the Discaya Rolls
Discaya's
Royce.
Rolls
But when we take a look at yung value nga niya, it did not necessarily rise because of yung attachment to
To
its
the name.
history,
Yeah.
which is a Discaya luxury car, because it still went for yung practical going rates niya, or what you would assume is regular. Is that a fair look at it?
Yes. All the cars sold are within market price, used market price. And actually the Mercedes G-Class is a good seller for Mercedes-Benz Philippines. Napakamahal niyan, but alam ko they tuloy-tuloy lang sales not a lot. I mean, they don't get like 100 every month. Pero the handful that they get, I believe they sell. Kasi look, if you look at the Mercedes G63, it doesn't look too ostentatious
Yeah.
I mean, ang origin niyan is a military vehicle actually.
Yeah.
Decades ago it was commissioned for a country for its military. It has utilitarian roots. And if you look at it, well, chideng, pero marami ng chideng on the road, di ba? Like, over the years, madami ng Benz cars on the road. So, it's not too maingay. And I have to say, weird fact, it smells the best. Yung loob.
Wait lang.
It smells the
Okay,
best.
I know it's a weird fact, but sorry, Dinzo, you now have to explain.
You have to describe what is that smell that smells best.
Alam mo yung when you're in Europe and then you enter like a luxury boutique, and when you enter like a Prada boutique, ganon. Honestly, pasilip-silip lang ako. The smell of rich leather, sweet leather. Ang bango ng interior ng G-Class. Grabe.
Wait, was the G-Class that you saw stock, or was it custom for
this
guys?
This one.
Yung vehicle ng
We were able to enter. They just held all the keys in one container, and pili ka lang, you can look at it inside
Okay.
Mas mabango pa yung Mercedes sa Rolls-Royce for me.
Wow, really? Kaya pala nabenta no?
Yeah.
So, actually, that's part of the luxury car experience, why spend much more for Mercedes and BMWs and Lexus, di ba? When 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 other cars are fine. Diba? Why spend more? Go to a showroom, go inside the Mercedes, go inside the BMW, go inside the Lexus, the brand new. Iba yung amoy. All, and I believe they designed it, all the materials, they designed it to have a better experience. Kasi it's luxury eh. It's premium eh. It's the same as bags, di ba? Iba-iba yung feel ng bawat level of luxury brand.
Yeah.
The higher
that's
you
true.
go, mas iba yung experience. Iba yung
Yeah.
carpet, iba yung furniture. Well, yeah. Ma'am knows this.
Oo, even when pag sa bags, like the really expensive leather bags, when you smell it, iba.
Yeah.
Iba
Iba.
yung experience. And I think that is what you're paying for talaga. You know,
One
those nuances, the smell, the texture,
Yung
the
attention to
feel,
detail
the
niya.
feel sa hand, diba?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
craftsmanship, when you feel it, iba
Yeah.
yung feel, the stitching. It's not that different actually than bags.
Yeah.
I just look as a store. I don't really buy, but you know.
Oo.
May disclaimer.
Yeah, you don't go around naman.
Parang si Dinzo, kanina, disclaimer niya, hindi, sumisilip ka lang yun
Oo nga eh.
sa Prada store. But, Sir Dinzo, if you could advise new bidders, what's the biggest red flag and the biggest green flag when evaluating auction cars?
Oh, well, like I said, this is our first year to be invited. But with any used car, especially luxury, you do your research. Kasi they're more complicated. They have more electronics. Again, yung leather nila mas maarte. You do your research and be ready to check. I noticed some of the Discaya cars, yung sa seat, may konting alam niyo yung pag labas-pasok yung umuupo and then may konting titirang scuffing, ganon.
Yeah.
A little bit of wear, a little bit.
Okay.
Meron ng konting ganon. And I believe, if you detail the car, maayos naman yun eh. But just do your due diligence and bring a friend who's an expert, and para you know what you're getting into. Kasi luxury cars are different.
Right.
You have to be prepared to spend more to maintain them because they're more complicated and their parts are more mahal overall.
Okay. Sir Deans, before we let you go, again, you mentioned that it would be lower the price for the next auction, at least in floor price. Will that actually, do you feel that the next wave will actually see the 4 vehicles sold, considering that, if I'm not mistaken, medyo substantial kasi yung pagbaba ng floor price in the next auction?
Yeah, the customs told us they will be reevaluated after failed biddings. And they have other cars there from other controversial cars. Hindi ko yata pwede sabihin na nandyan pa rin na nag-failed bid. So, the Toyotas, at some point, maybe, right? I mean, they're still Toyotas, they're reliable. Although, again, good luck sa parts. You have to buy abroad
Yeah.
for the Tundra and the Sequoia. So, if someone really wants something maluwang na Toyota and unique, maybe someone will buy it. But the Rolls-Royce, I don't know Konti lang kasi Rolls-Royce and Bentley Bentaygas in the Philippines. So once you have one, tapos kamustahin ka, malalaman na, oh, you got it from the collection, di ba? So, I don't know how that factors to different people, that connection. But the Rolls-Royce is hard. I mean, kahit babaan nila now it was 45, babaan nila to 40. Pansin ko, I don't think they lower it drastically Let's say they lower it to 40, parang wala pa din It's
Really? Okay.
for example, we don't have Rolls-Royce Philippines anymore. We don't have a local distributor.
Oh, okay.
It used to be brought in by a company, an official distributor. But they let go kasi their cheapest car might be um, 30.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Cheapest car. All of them have payong, I believe. But, di ba, we're a third world country eh.
Oo.
Yeah, pero
Mm.
kailangan talaga natin ng payong, to be fair. All right? But
That's
Sir
true, though.
Sir Dinzo, we have to wrap things up here. We really appreciate all the knowledge and insights you gave us. We normally end our interviews in a very specific way, and Anne will do that just right now.
Yes, our show is called Beautiful Day. So, Sir Dinzo, what makes your day beautiful?
Getting to share ideas and come on, be a guest in a nice show like this. So first time and it was fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Dinzo. Hopefully we can have you in the studio next time, and we can all talk about the scents of leather together.
Yes.
Really appreciate you, Sir Dinzo.
Okay. Let's just do 10 minutes smelling leather.
Yeah, just smelling leather. Okay yun.
Yeah.
Let's schedule that.
Yeah, coming
Thank
from
you.
Rolls-Royce and
Oo.
then Mercedes.
Iba-iba.
So,
Gusto ko nga pumunta sa car dealer ngayon eh.
mag-blind
Just to go
smelling
inside.
tayo. Anong brand
Test
to?
lang. Ay, oh
Okay.
my God, that'll be good.
Ay, that's hard. My God, that's hard.
All right. Sir Dinzo, he's the Top
Thank
Gear
you.
EIC. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Morning.
Good morning. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at the Weather HQ after the break.
Plus, our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Still Watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, Tropical Depression Verbena has made landfall over Imbayaba, Surigao del Sur yesterday afternoon. Now, then it moved to the Butuan Bay. Overnight, it intensified slightly as it tracked towards Bohol, reaching Inambanga by early morning. As of 2:40 a.m. today, Verbena made another landfall, this time in Talisay, Cebu. And now Verbena maintains its strength while continuing its northwestward path towards the Negros Island region. Now, as we take a look at Verbena, as of 5 a.m., the center of Tropical Depression Verbena was last located over the coastal waters of Pinamungahan in Cebu. Now, it currently carries maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour near the center with gusts of up to 70 kilometers per hour. Verbena is moving northwestward at 25 kilometers per hour. Now, based on Pag-asa's current track, Verbena is forecast to move west-northwestward across the Visayas and northern part of Palawan today. Here's its track, as you can see here, passing through Palawan after coming through Visayas. Now, it will emerge over the West Philippine Sea by tomorrow morning. Now, from there, it will turn westward, passing north of the Kalayaan Islands, and is expected to exit the Philippine Area of Responsibility by Thursday morning. Now, Verbena is likely to remain a tropical depression while crossing the Visayas, but may intensify into tropical storm before reaching northern Palawan or once it enters the West Philippine Sea. Now, it could even peak as a severe tropical storm over the central West Philippine Sea north of the Kalayaan Islands, but we do not have that on this particular graphic here. As Tropical Depression Verbena continues to move across the country, its circulation remains strong, enough to keep Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal number 1 raised over parts of southern Luzon, the Visayas, and northern Mindanao. Now, these areas should prepare for gusty winds with intermittent rains within the next 36 hours. Now, over in Luzon, wind signal number 1 is raised in Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, the northern and central portions of Palawan, including the Calamian, Cuyo, and Cagayancillo Islands, as well as mainland Masbate. Areas under signal number 1 may experience 39 to 61 kilometers per hour winds and an on and off rain showers as Verbena's outer bands continue to affect the region. In the Visayas, signal number 1 is hoisted over Antique, Aklan, Capiz, Iloilo, Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, Siquijor, Cebu, Bohol, Samar, Eastern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, and Southern Leyte. Over in Mindanao, signal number 1 remains in effect over the Dinagat Island, Surigao del Norte, the northern portion of Surigao del Sur, Agusan del Norte, the northeastern portion of Agusan del Sur, Camiguin, Misamis Oriental, the northern portion of Misamis Occidental, and the northern portion of Zamboanga del Norte. Now, for today, there are 3 weather systems that are driving the weather conditions across the country. Of course, apart from Verbena, we're going to take a look at the northeast monsoon that continues to affect northern Luzon. There's also the shear line, which is when the warm and cool airs meet. Now, it is disrupting the weather over the eastern sections of northern Luzon, extending down to the southern parts of Luzon as well. And finally, of course, Tropical Depression de Verbenna, as we mentioned a while ago, has been affecting the country, influencing the remainder of southern Luzon, as well as the Visayas and Mindanao, bringing unsettled rainy conditions as well. The northeast monsoon will continue to bring overcast skies and occasional rains to Pangasinan, creating a cooler and slightly damp day to start. Now, the shear line, where warm and cold air masses meet, will trigger widespread cloudiness and scattered rain showers and isolated thunderstorms across the Cordillera Administrative Region, Cagayan, Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Calabarzon. Now, potentially leading to brief but intense downpours. Meanwhile, Tropical Depression Verbena will continue to enhance the weather in the southern portion of Luzon, bringing frequent rains accompanied by gusty winds over Mimaropa and Masbate. For the rest of the Bicol region, residents should still be prepared for cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms as Verbena maintains its influence over the area. For the remainder of Luzon, you can expect generally fair and warm weather conditions, with the northwest monsoon providing the occasional breeze and isolated cold cloud patches. Over the Visayas, Tropical Depression Verbena will dominate the weather, bringing widespread rains and gusty winds throughout the entire region. Now, communities should watch out for possible sudden downpours and windy conditions. As you can see here, very wet conditions all across the Visayas region. Now, over in Mindanao, the Caraga region will also experience rains and gusty winds as the circulation of Tropical Depression Verbena extends into the area. For the rest of Mindanao, you can expect cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon or in the evening. As you can see here, General Santos and Davao in particular, a bit cloudy, where everywhere else is going to have wet weather, including Puerto Princesa over in Palawan. Now, let's take a look at the global weather as well, because more than 11,000 people across 7 Malaysian states have been affected by flooding after days of heavy rain, the National Disaster Management Agency said. Kelantan is the worst hit, with over 8,200 people displaced, while Kedah, Penang, Perak, Perlis, Terengganu, and Selangor are also affected. No deaths have been reported so far. Floodwaters have forced more than 15,000 people into 90 evacuation centers. Still images from Tumpat, Kelantan shows rescue teams evacuating residents from submerged homes, while footage from Kaki Bukit, Perlis, shows flooded streets and buildings. Still in Southeast Asia, authorities have begun recovery efforts in central Vietnam after flooding left 91 dead and 11 still missing, state media VTV reported on Monday. Footage shows a helicopter delivering emergency supplies to Dak Lak province, while residents returned to homes strewn with debris, retrieving belongings and damaged rice. In Kang Hoa province, people queued for food, water, and donated clothes. Rainfall reached 1,900 millimeters, that's 74.8 inches in some areas. The floods have affected central Vietnam's coffee belt and tourist areas, causing around 8.98 trillion dong, that's $341 million in losses. Over 235,000 houses were flooded and nearly 80,000 hectares of crops damaged, according to the National Disaster Agency. Now, moving on to Thailand, thousands of people have been evacuated, with 1 death reported in Songkhla province in southern Thailand amid the widespread flooding, provincial officials said on Monday. Footage from Thailand's public broadcasting service on Sunday showed Hat Yai, a major commercial hub, submerged in floodwaters as rescue workers carried out search and rescue operations. An evacuation order was issued on Monday for all high-risk areas in Hatyay as floodwaters surged again in the afternoon, with military and rescue teams deployed across the city, according to the local governor. That's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's go hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Tuesday, November 25. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Mag-ingat sa impulse online shopping, blue at 3. Kay Ox naman tayo, maganda ang mag-journal para ma-release natin ang stress, pink at 6. Kay Tiger naman tayo, mag-ingat sa usapang opisina. May taong hindi totoo ang sinasabi, yellow at 8. Kay Rabbit naman tayo, sweet gesture kahit maliit ay makahabuluhan na. Iparamdam ito, white at 9. Kay Drago naman tayo, magandang araw para mag-brainstorming ng bagong idea. Green at 2. Kay Snake naman tayo, iwasan ang pagbili ng mga gadget na hindi kailangan. Red at 5. Kay Horse naman tayo, panahon na para sabihin kung ano ang tunay na nararamdaman. Silver at 7. Kay Sheep naman tayo, isang casual lang na pag-uusap ang magiging simula ng bagong kilig. Orange at 4. Kay Monkey naman tayo, may darating na panibagong trabaho, role, or responsibility. Purple at 1. Rooster na tayo, magpalakas ng resistensya. Huwag baliwalain ang panghihina, gray at 6. Kay Dog naman tayo, may makakalimutan na details gumamit ng checklist. Brown at 9. Kay Pig naman tayo, magandang araw para magbukas ng bagong savings account. Gold at 8. Paalala lang ito po'y patnubay lamang dahil ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. We're saying hi to the people joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. John Victor says, good morning, Ann and Paolo, watching on YouTube, Blast TV, and Digital TV. Thank you so much.
Daming TV.
Ang dami nga di ba? Lagi natin sinasabi na maybe parang newsroom natin, yung maraming screens. Jerwin, teka lang nga yung my mouse. Okay. Jerwin is there. Nympha, greetings from Cagayan de Oro City. Godspeed. Uy, thanks for watching us from Cagayan de Oro. And Direct Carrie Jose says, Konnichiwa, Ann and Paolo, miss you all. We miss you, Direct Carrie.
Annyeong.
Ano yun? Parang mali yung country.
Wait. Yes.
Konnichiwa in Japan.
Yes.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yes.
There you
All
go.
right. So we got to move on because Coach V
Yes.
is waiting on deck.
Love Hacks with Dating Coach V is up next as she answers love questions from the netizens. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Back to Beautiful Day. We pulled together lovesick questions from the netizens. And today, Dating Coach V answers them on Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad.
Beautiful day, Coach V.
Good morning, beautiful day, Ann and Pao.
So again, we have our question and answer edition
Yes.
of Love Hacks, the favorite of our netizens and viewers. Kasi
Hopefully
it's
less controversial.
Oh, no, we like controversy. Bring it on, diba? So, Coach V is going to get from our magic bowl over there. And again, these
Yes.
questions are from your followers.
Yes, these are actual questions of real human beings going through dating and love relationship questions.
I love it. Real human beings. So, walang AI
Walang
dyan.
AI,
Walang
ba? Walang
AI-generated question.
Deserve. Okay, so we'll start
Okay,
off
you go
with
first.
mine as soon as I get this open. This one's coming from Zach. What are some tips to evaluate potential long-term compatibility early on?
Oh.
Dating to marry, in other words.
I love it because now people are asking the right questions. So it's not just about your hormones, it's about your non-negotiables.
Okay.
So when you're dating somebody, even if you feel really kilig with them, even if you really, really like their company, the most important question to ask is, do we have shared values? For example, do we have the same views about family? Gusto ko bang magkaanak? Gusto niyo bang magkaanak? Do we have the same values in terms of relocation? Do I want a long-distance relationship or do I want a family that's like together and, you know, with the children? So these are just examples. And the most important one is views on money. What is my views on money? Am I a person who likes to, you know, YOLO and enjoy my money, or am I a person who loves to spend my money because life is short? So those are the most important questions more than the kilig that we are feeling when we are on a date.
Di ba pareho lang yun? Like,
YOLO
YOLO
and,
and spending your money because life is short?
Sorry, if YOLO ka ba or are you thinking na are you gonna save for retirement?
Ayun,
Those are two
ayun.
different
Okay,
people.
okay.
Thank you for that.
Just had to clarify because they were the same
Parang
thing.
same
Oo,
lang.
pareho ba?
Yes,
Pareho
yes.
ba? Yes, but those two people are different, di ba? Kasi yung isa, magiging saver, kasi iniisip niya, matagal pa siyang mabubuhay. But the other one will be a spender because they're thinking, oh, we don't know if we're gonna hit by a bus tomorrow. So, very different views.
Yeah.
Takot
So,
sa mga bus.
Takot sa bus.
Yan yung love hack ko.
I actually don't like riding the bus. Nahihilo ko palagi. Anyway, from Gores Marily, Coach, I'm already 40. I'm a single mom for 9 years already, never been married. I had 2 terrible relationships, failed due to cheating. She doesn't really have a question here. It's just like really
Nagkakwento lang,
nagkwento
nagkakwento
lang
lang.
siya, but maybe give her relationship or dating advice. Maybe she wants
At that
to
condition,
date.
oo.
Oh, yeah.
usually when singles share this to me, the next question would be, do I still have a chance to find love?
Oo naman.
Ayan. Si Anne, she thinks, and I really think so as well. In our previous love hacks, I would always say, well, if you are into intercultural relationship, the older you get, the higher the chance that you can find love overseas. But even in the Philippines, you have a very high chance of finding love, but not if you are just staying at home. So, make yourself findable. Ano yung sabihin ng findable? Are you going to the places where your ideal people are coming in? For example, you really want a stable, established businessman. If you're not going to business conference or like staying in lobbies of 5-star hotels, how do they find you? It's very
So,
logistical.
kailangan tumambay ka sa lobby ng hotel.
Di ba tambay? But have
You have your
business
meetings there.
Have
Okay.
business
Or
there.
just go to their cafe and have coffee
You see,
there.
that's how you get
Diba?
arrested.
No.
Alright, so
Stalking.
that's what you call stalking. Ano ka ba? Alam mo, nag-stalk ka
coffee ka sa
dati by
ano?
pager, pero ano ba yun? Alright, so we're gonna move on here before mabuking pa si Ann. This one's coming from Bolin. Until on what level should you understand an overthinker?
Until
It's
what
actually
level?
interesting.
Overthinkers, that's really tough because when you're with somebody who's an overthinking, you don't know where's the limit of their imagination.
Yes.
that's
Baka
true.
praning lang.
Yes, but also sometimes overthinker, these are the people who have high empathy that they can pick up with little things. So even if like you had like a micro expression wherein you look bored with them or you were thinking, you know, iisipin nila, oh, maybe this person already fell out of love. Anong ginawa ko? What did I do wrong? So the solution, one of the ways that you could make an overthinker feel loved is a lot of verbal assurance. Saying that we're okay, we're good, my love, I'm just having a bad day. Because an overthinker loves to receive a lot of data, but they're not even sure which ones is like correct, right? So if you're with an overthinker, go and tell them every hour that you're with them, I love you, baby.
Every hour.
Ganun
Kasi
siya.
if you miss an hour, kawawa ka.
Oo, mag-iisip na yun.
Oo, mag-iisip na yun.
Parang, oh my gosh, 45 minutes in na.
And ikaw din yung magsasuffer pag nag-overthink yun kasi sometimes they pull away.
Yes,
don't know
yes,
why.
yes.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they just...
Oh my gosh,
you
me, I'm an overthinker.
know. There you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, bakit parang you're doubting me? I said it na about myself. Ang labo ni Paolo. Anyway,
Na-overthink siya.
Yeah, nag-overthink siya doon, Pao.
heptagonal infinity. Ang hirap naman basahin ng mga code name nyo. What is a good timeline to define the relationship when you're seeing a guy? Is this something that he needs to initiate or a girl could?
Oh, man. Do you even need to DTR, define the relationship?
100%. According to science, it takes 127 days for us subconsciously to know if a person is marriage material or not. So if it's already been more than 6 months or 12 months and they haven't defined the relationship, you are officially in a situationship.
Oh, wow.
So I would say 3 months is the shortest time, and then you could go up to like 6 months. If that already reached 1 year, you gotta make up your mind. Do you wanna be with this person or not? Because if not, they could find somebody else.
So, but the girl can initiate this.
So with the girls, I do not recommend it, but there is
Okay.
a way of...
Because that's the question.
That's his question.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that first, if a man really wants you, I do believe they will secure you. But caveat, there are men who are a little bit torpe. Who needs a little bit of go signal. So you could start saying like, you know what, like I feel this is going well, I really want to spend time with you. Just show a lot of interest and then
Okay.
let the man do the DTR.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just give him hints,
Hints
signs
that he's not gonna
right?
be rejected if he
Yeah.
ever asks.
Yeah.
I feel you, fella Torpes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so
Hindi ka
last
naman
question na
torpe,
daw.
wag ka-
Last question
with a
na daw.
Hello, torpe.
claiming that he's torpe.
Last
Now.
question na yan. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Last
Last
two.
two
Let's
questions.
go.
So this one's coming from Christine. Do you have any advice po sa mga NBSB? What's that?
No
that?
boyfriend since
Ah.
birth.
NBS, naisip ko agad, National Bookstore.
Oh, nga eh.
Oh my
NBSB.
God.
In their 20s, how and where should we be looking for love? Ang ano, like starting late.
So no boyfriend since
No boyfriend
birth.
since birth. So I
Okay.
remember when I never had a boyfriend since birth, I used to be very proud about it, thinking that, oh, like whoever is gonna be my boyfriend will be very lucky because I never had a boyfriend. But now, learning it from men, sometimes they do experience women with relationship experience because it builds skills. It builds, with experience, you have more, how to navigate conflicts and stuff. So my love, don't use your NBSB as a, as a,
Like a
parang-
tool.
It's not the green flag.
it's
necessarily.
not
Yeah.
100% a green flag because
Yeah.
sometimes they will think, oh, she's very avoidant and she never had a decent relationship in her life. So I know it's a crown, but it could only go so far. What's more important is you to practice your relationship skills.
Yeah.
So do not be scared to go into a relationship and don't put too much pressure into the first. Because sometimes we want somebody to be perfect. And then we waited so long just to end up with somebody who's we end up is not a match. So go and experience life, especially when you're young. And how do you find them? My love, people loves proximity and repetition. That means you should be seeing them always. You should be, interacting in common spaces such as, ano ba yung hobbies mo? What are the things that you do for fun? They say, when you're trying to find love, go and do your hobbies with public. Don't do like just painting alone, diba? But find like a community for painters.
I get
Yeah, you can go to those places where you sip and
Sip
paint.
and sip.
Yeah,
No,
diba?
pero
You have
for
wine
Anne, it's
and
just
then,
basically waiting sa hotel lobby, cafe.
Yeah. I'll
Oo.
just sit there and then, have coffee there. Bakit ba? Hello. Anyway, last question for today
Yes.
from Moody Jocks.
Scanning the yellow pages yun si Anne. So,
White
yeah.
pages.
White
Yellow
pages.
pages is for companies.
Pao.
Kala ko CEO hanap mo kaya yellow pages.
Labo. Natawag ka doon sa kumpanya. Can I talk to your boss? I'd like to talk to your employer. What does your clients mostly like in a woman?
Yes.
So, anong hinahanap nila in a woman, yung mga clients?
So, high net worth individuals who are single, pays six figures to matchmakers like me because they want to find somebody who is peaceful. So what does that mean? A woman who is fit in all aspects, fit physically, fit mentally, fit emotionally. Somebody who will not, be erratic and will have a lot of drama when they're not able to text you in like 2 hours or 3 hours. Because they're high net worth individuals. They live a very high pressure life. And you should be okay with waiting a little bit, thinking that my partner loves me and they're gonna come back to me. So fitness, physically, emotionally, and mentally.
Yan yung gusto ko may konting price reveal si Coach V. That's why they pay me 6 figures kasi
Matchmakers like me, not me. Baka habulin.
Matchmakers like me. That's why
Mahirap pag-announce na mga ganyan.
Kaya sabi ko like me, not me because we're Philippine rate,
Ah, wow. Okay.
Lalo na ngayon, we're talking about transparency and
Oh, my
accountability.
Just so you know.
Mahirap na. But thank you so much for today's Love Hacks. Dating Coach V. If you are in need of love hacks, just DM Coach V at Dating Coach V on Instagram, or you can message our text line. We're gonna flash that on screen.
Yes.
Right, so text
There
line
you
coming
go.
right up there. It is Coach. I'll let you take this away.
Yes, please do message us if you have a story to share, question to ask, or a love problem that needs to be solved using science. 0927975125 or visit us at Bilyonaryo Studio to apply.
Yes, mag-apply kayo to be on the show on Love Hacks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have how many days before Christmas? How many beautiful days? We will have 30 more!
Oh my gosh! 30 days!
Wow.
Wait, can we just hit pause on this?
Mag-New Year na,
Malapit
guys.
na.
Mag-New
I'm
Year
not
na.
ready. Oh my goodness.
And that's a wrap on our show this Tuesday, November 25. Thank you so much for joining us. Ako po si Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann, Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead, and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day!